Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Travis Jordan, Superintendent at Beulah Public Schools in Beulah, North Dakota. Coming at you today with something very important, something that's on my mind, something I have to share, something that just makes me upset sometimes. But I am at the Education of the States Conference in San Diego, California. Education of the States is just a group of individuals from around the nation, which includes governors, state legislators, school leaders, throughout the nation that come together to talk educational policy. And we are fortunate enough to be with 50 state Teachers of the Year and with the National Teacher of the Year. And it is a blessing to hear them speak and to hear their thoughts on education, because truly they are on the front lines in education. They are the ones that are in the classrooms. They are the ones that know our students' needs more than anybody. And so we are at this conference and we are talking about something that I wanted to share with you today that I believe is needs probably further discussion, and that is school choice. Right now that has become a hot topic in the nation, and school choice basically just means that a family should have the opportunity to take their child to any school that they please. And we heard a compelling story yesterday about a family that was going to school A, and their child was not doing so well, and they took them to school B, and the child flourished. And excuse me, here's where we get it wrong, is that we don't talk about our school A after that child left there. And basically what I mean is that the focus shouldn't be on going to a different school. It should be on making every school better, because guess what? Not every child and not every family has the ability just to move to a different school. And so when we talk about school choice and we have these great stories of families moving to a different school and getting a better education, that's great. But we can't forget about that first school that they were at, or school A. We have got to do everything in our power to make that school better. And that has to be our focus. It cannot be just, hey, let's just leave that school alone. We're going to go to this other school. That is not going to get us anywhere in education. That is not going to get us anywhere. And so the focus needs to be on how to make that school better. And here's how. Here is how. And this is just my opinion. I don't have all the answers. I'm 36 years old and I'm a superintendent. I take that back. I'm 36 and I'm an educator. I don't like the word superintendent, but I have a passion for what I do. And I'm not going to quit that until we get it right. And we continue to go to conferences. And this conference has been great. This has been great. It's been great to connect and great information. But we continue to go to conferences and we talk about curriculum or instructional strategies or school choice initiatives, and we forget the fundamental building block of learning, and that is relationships. And we continue to skip over that one, because guess what? We believe that we're already doing it. No, we're not doing it, because if we were doing it, our schools would be achieving at high levels. It's that simple. When a child comes through your door, they should feel celebrated, and they should feel that they can use their gifts to change the world. And we must allow them to do that, whether that's innovative ed, whether that's Genius Hour projects, whether that's PBL, problem-based learning, project-based learning. All those things are great, but we cannot talk about instructional strategies and we cannot talk about curriculum without talking relationships, because we're going to get nowhere. And so I don't know where to go from here with it. Maybe you just need your power to agree to share this video, to stand up, to say, you know what, you're right, and we've got to make this right, and we've got to make education about relationships first and learning second, and we've got to worry not so much on conformity, but rather having our students have the ability to jump outside the box and do something out of their comfort zone, and allow them to be themselves and allow them to own the learning. That's what has to happen in our schools. You want to make school A better, then start talking relationships, and not just with students, but with your staff and your principals and your community. And the number one thing that I feel that inhibits schools from moving forward is trust. And I think trust is maybe a central issue in a lot more things than just education, but we have got to trust that our teachers are doing the best that they possibly can to ensure every child is celebrated and every child is going to learn at high levels. And if our teachers are not doing that, then we need to hold our principals accountable. And if our principals aren't doing that, then you need to hold superintendents accountable. And only then, when we trust that our students are being celebrated and are allowed to be creative and to critically think and to broaden their horizons, are we going to be able to close achievement gaps. And then we can start talking about instructional strategies and curriculum and school choice. But we can't talk about school choice if we're not going to talk about fixing the school where that child moved away from, because not every child and every family has the ability to move away from a school. And we just can't leave those schools alone, because then we are not giving every child an opportunity to succeed in this world. And so that's all I have for you today. If you agree to share this, and let's just get this done, and let's ensure that every child has a chance. And this conference has been great. Education commissions in the state, I feel fortunate enough to be able to be on this commission with governors and state leaders and talking policy, and what an awesome opportunity, and what an awesome venue that this has been in San Diego, California. And so, but I just had this, I wasn't going to sleep tonight if I didn't come on here and at least like have some kind of avenue to share my voice. So share this if you agree, and or write comments, and let's talk about this, and let's ensure that every child has a chance to be successful. So have a great rest of the day. Thanks.